Welcome back to Sportsnite. I'm joined here by Marksville Volleyball, so thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Awesome. So if you guys want to just go around and say your names and introduce yourselves.
My name is Grace Mosley. I'm a sophomore and I play defensive specialist.
My name is Joey Laborde. I'm a sophomore and I play outside hitter.
I'm Isabella Bresse, and I'm a sophomore and also play outside.
I'm Coach JT Dunbar. I'm the head volleyball coach.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Well, you guys are a new and younger program, so just talk a little bit, Coach, about being that 2-year program for you guys.
Well, whenever we jumped into this in 2024, we had the option to go junior varsity or varsity our first couple of years, but we felt as though we had a group of girls that were going to work hard and, kind of establish themselves early. So we jumped right into varsity our first year, and we were 15-11 last year in our first year. We didn't jump into a really difficult schedule, of course, having a first-year program. This year we beefed up our schedule, and we have pretty much the same group that we had last year. We did graduate one senior, and just having a really good year so far. So, but we ask a lot out of them, and they've done everything that I've asked of them.
And so for you girls, just talk a little bit about what made you want to join Marksville Volleyball, being such a new program.
So we started off as playing in the gym during our elective class, and then we just found more interest in it, and we came to him and talked to him about it, that we wanted to start a program.
Our group, we was in 8th grade, I think. It was a bunch of us 8th graders, and just every day we would just play with the practice volleyball or whatever, and we just kept begging to start a team, and we eventually did.
And so how exciting was it for you guys to be able to have that team officially?
We were really excited because we had been wanting a volleyball team since we started playing, and we really enjoyed the sport. So we were really excited whenever he said that we were gonna have tryouts.
And seeing volleyball teams at other schools and on TVs and stuff like that, we want something more for the girls at our school.
And of course, volleyball is pretty big down south, and it's not necessarily as popular up here. Just talk a little bit about how important it is to be able to show girls that you can play volleyball up here.
And where we're at, in a small town, there's not many teams that play volleyball, and the few teams that there are, being able to show up and compete with them is just to show that we can do that like other schools.
We'd love to grow the game. That's part of it. It started off with trying to grow our girls program at Marksville High School. I'd been a long time head football coach at Marksville and athletic director, and one thing that I wanted to see was us to have a volleyball program, but it was kind of hard to get it off the ground to get somebody to coach it. So I stepped away from football in 2021, and so I had a little time on my hands on a group of girls that really seemed excited to get it started. So we dove in head first, but we want to continue to grow the program. I know Ash has got a solid volleyball program. So does Pineville, Leesville. We want to see maybe Tioga and some of the other programs and some of the other schools that I'm hearing are planning on starting a program. We want to see it grow in Central Louisiana, as it's starting to do up in North Louisiana, and I think in time we can catch up with some of these South Louisiana teams, and that's certainly the goal.
Of course, you guys are now 16-3 right now, and you were 5th in Division 4. So just talk a little bit about how exciting that is to have a winning record right now.
We're really excited because last year we were not winning as much games, but this year I think we've really grown as a team and got better bonds and connections, so we're really excited.
And we put a lot of work in throughout this whole off season, and it's showing, so that feels great.
And as a coach, to see your team be so young and be, in a 2-year program, to have that 16-3 record, what does that mean for you?
It means a lot. I mean, we do a lot of things, as they said, during the off season. These girls lift weights every day. Their off season is really important to what we do. We've worked hard throughout the summer. So, I know in a lot of areas they have club volleyball, so that's some of the things we have to compete with, which we don't have yet in Central Louisiana. So we've been blessed with a good administration to give us our 4th block PE altogether year-round. So these girls are always either lifting, running, or hitting the volleyball.
As a team, you guys are growing, closer together and forming those bonds and those friendships as well. So just talk a little bit about how those friendships can help you guys on the court as well in the games.
It helps us because whenever you play volleyball, you need a lot of trust, and it just helps us more to grow as a team.
We all became so close to each other, and we're comfortable around playing with each other, so it just grows us as a team.
Having support from players on your court gives you more confidence while you're playing, because you know that you have the support from your teammates.
And of course for you guys to see the support not only from your teammates but also from the community, you know, being from a smaller community and now being able to play volleyball and kind of show and be that kind of pioneer for those other schools trying to get those programs. What does that mean for you guys?
It means a lot because I feel like most people aren't interested in volleyball because they don't understand it because it's a new sport around here. So I really like when like a lot of fans come and try to understand the sport because it shows like a lot of support to us.
The community's been great. I mean, we get an awful lot of support. You know, they're slowly starting to come out. Of course, everybody wants to see a winner, so the more we win, the more people we draw to the gym. But our community has been very supportive, whether it be through fundraisers or anything that we ask. Our community's been there for us, and you know, I think we have a great relationship with the community, and a lot of it's got to do with these girls. I mean, they're not only great on the court. You know, we have a team grade point average of 3.7. You know, they really get after it in the classroom as well. So, you know, so it's something that we want them to, our community, to be proud of, not only on the court but off the court.
Just talk a little bit about that state tournament and how exciting it would be as a second-year program to be able to go into that state tournament.
Well, we have a goal board. You know, something that, you know, started a long time ago in football, of course, and, you know, you have goals, and I don't come up with all these goals. A lot of them are, you know, we write our goals out, and one of our goals is definitely to play in the Cajun Dome, and that would be a huge deal, especially with it being our second year. We know we have a lot of work to do. We know we're in great position to host a home game, possibly a couple of home games if we're fortunate enough to win in the first round, and, you know, just being able to make it to the quarterfinals and possibly playing in the Cajun Dome. So there's a lot of excitement, and it's definitely a goal of theirs, and they certainly believe that they belong, and to us, that's the most important thing.
All right, well, I appreciate you guys for coming in and joining Sportsnite.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much. And our ACA Athlete of the Week is coming up next right here on Sportsnite.